Okay, so listen. I'll do the talking,
Baby.
or you ask the questions. Okay, just be normal. Just be normal. Just be yourself.
I'm gonna try. Hey guys, Matt and Casey here. Welcome back to our channel, and this is going to be a Q&A that we've had several people ask us questions on our Facebook and Instagram.
Q&A.
Just about all the things. Okay.
Let's start. I haven't even looked at the piece of paper that Casey has in front of her, but I know the biggest question everyone has is homeschooling.
Are our boys going to be back in public schools, or are we going to continue homeschooling now that we are here for a minute in Oklahoma?
And I've also quit saying homeschooling. I prefer home educating.
Yes. So no, our boys are not going back to public schools. We do plan to still homeschool them. We plan to travel. So
in the future, we got several months of just doing what we're doing, working this coffee shop and all that stuff. But the homeschooling, I'm going to say it anyways, homeschooling, home educating works really well for us. It works really well for our boys. Our boys are very active all day, and they are very good at self-education.
Yes.
And if you don't know what self-education is, that means you're very driven, you're very passionate about learning, and you're able to dig into stuff on your own and learn stuff. So our boys have a curriculum that they do. They don't do any kind of online work, anything like that. It's not based on the online stuff. It's all Casey builds the curriculum. They have their certain stuff they have to do.
Yep.
And then
I do most of my shopping at Mardell's bookstore, or I can get stuff online. So yeah, it works out really good.
We really love that our boys are able to dig into everything now that we use ourselves. Even like we've been able to create this business, we've been able to travel because of YouTube and because of being self-educated ourselves with everything that we've done. So our boys do a lot of that, and they're always thinking about their future and how much more stuff can they learn that maybe they couldn't learn while they were in school. So it's been great.
Yeah, it really is. It's
the
awesome.
home educating has really worked well for our boys.
Which brings us to our next question. Why did we choose Miko to settle down? Was one of the questions. Well, we actually are not settling down, I guess, for very long. But we did choose Miko because this is our home state. This is where we're from. Our family's here.
This is where our resources are.
Yes.
We always thought that this coffee shop would be in the mountains and would be in Colorado.
And we still have high hopes for that. We really do.
Yeah, we plan to be able to do that someday there. But
when we got off the trail, we had to come back. Tucker had to get braces. This is where his orthodontist was.
We definitely, the orthodontist we wanted to use was in Oklahoma City.
Yep.
And we definitely wanted that to happen. And like I said, our resources are here. Oklahoma is a really good state too, financially, to start a business.
It really is, yeah.
As opposed to us taking what we had and saying, "Hey, let's just go start in some mountain town."
Colorado.
It's difficult to start a business, and you want to have a little bit of security. And
hopefully, this is a stepping stone for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a stepping stone.
We're thankful where God has us, and we're happy to be here, and we're looking forward to doing this maybe somewhere in the mountains someday. Yeah. Okay, what else do we have? Speaking of the Appalachian Trail, one of the questions was, do you have any regrets about doing the AT? Even though you didn't finish and it was not considered a true through hike. Yeah, it was not considered a through hike because we didn't finish. We only did half of it. We definitely 100% plan to go back and finish the trail.
We like to set ourselves crazy goals.
I have no regrets at all. I absolutely loved doing the trail. I'm glad we did it in the timing that we did it.
It just fit for us. We were where we were when we decided to do the trail. People were already that started in Georgia had already started. We were like 2 months behind them.
Right.
We weren't through hikers. We had never through hiked, and so we completely went into it blind. And I loved that we did that.
Yeah, I don't regret that at all. We've learned so much.
Yeah, I love that we actually did it that way instead of saying, "Well, let's just do some 1 week things." Like we went out there and said we are going to hike this whole thing, and we was unable to, but we did hike 1,200 miles, and we had a billion things happen to us while we were out there.
We really did.
We've
talked about that in other videos.
So I think
just an amazing journey and experience with our kids that we'll never forget, and that we plan to finish. And going back into it to start again, it's just going to be so awesome. I can't imagine going back into it knowing everything we know now,
Yeah, so many people that we met while we were on the trail had some Appalachian Trail history.
Yeah, and now we have some too.
Yeah, and now we do. So when we go back out there, we'll say, hey, we've done this. So our plan is to actually go back in 2021.
Yes.
We got to set ourselves a goal. So 2021, start in Georgia and go all the way to Maine.
Yep.
Do it again.
That's what we want to do.
So that's the plan right now, but we're a year away from that.
We are, because we're doing braces.
Yep.
One of the other questions about the Appalachian Trail was it hard to get back to healthier eating after you got off the trail, since you were eating so much processed stuff, as in all the junk we ate and all the sodas we drank and all the things. So when we got back, our bodies were really craving to be healthier again. We did not have a kitchen at the time because we were living with my mom. We sold our camper. All that stuff kind of played into our eating, and we're still not quite back
Definitely
to eating
back
healthy.
On the beers too. My goodness,
my
that's
gosh.
just like goes with the trail. Like people giving you free beers, I say free beers, but it's just like trail magic. You get beers out there and you crave a beer for whatever reason when you stop.
Because you're hiking so many miles a day. And
definitely have cut that out since we've gotten back off the
no
trail.
more trail magic here.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. But yeah, we're definitely getting back on track with eating healthier and all the things. Right?
Yeah.
So, and exercising, we got that on the schedule to start doing again. Let's see, what else do we have here? One of the questions I thought was so good. What effect did being on trail so close to nature have on your faith and your prayer life and your closeness to the Lord? For me, and we've talked to the boys about this, it was just the most amazing thing. You were walking so many miles a day and you had so much time and you just felt so close to him because you were just in constant conversation with him. And I loved it so much. I felt so much closer to the Lord when I got off the trail.
Yeah,
my heart was just...
I think one thing that we heard come from our boys while out on the trail, more than you hear like in, I'll say regular life, this, the life that we all do, just, doing our normal stuff. The one thing that our boys would say on the trail is that they would start their sentence with, while I was praying, I thought of this, or I saw something, and so in my prayers, prayer was really, really big for us on the trail, and there was just so many struggles, so many ups and downs, and our boys really, got so close to talking to us. I mean, they talked to us about everything, we were all we had.
Yeah, and just like having the faith that you were going to make it from one destination to the next, and knowing that God was going to watch over you, it was just really great.
Yeah, so we'll move on to the next question.
See. Okay. What was one of the other questions? Our son just stopped and was like trying to say hi. That's the other question I was going to ask.
Do you attend church?
Do you attend a church here? So we have not attended church since we started traveling 2 years ago. And so we're back here now. We're really busy. Sundays are our only day off. I don't know if we won't visit a church. I'm not going to say that.
Our oldest son goes to church every Wednesday, every Sunday. He doesn't miss, he doesn't like to miss church. I don't like to miss church. There's times and there's seasons in your life where you just are like, I've got to get in church. And, for us in our season that we're in, that's not, we're not able to get there right now. Yeah. So we love church, but
we do love church.
We do watch an online church on Sundays. That's what Casey and I do. And Tasher attends church with his friends when he can. But as a family, going to church on Sundays, Wednesdays, that's not something we're doing right now. But hey, every day is church in our home.
Yeah.
Every morning, every evening, there's always a time to talk about your faith. So.
Okay, one of the questions I thought was really cool is, have you missed anything since going minimalist, so to say, they said? Are there things you wish you hadn't given up? Is there anything for you?
I miss having a truck sometimes.
Yeah.
We had a pretty cool truck, but I mean, as far as minimalist, even like going into the tiny house, not at all. I remember I was when we had our home before the red cottage, I had this great big shop. Something I had dreamed of as a little boy was to have my own shop someday. And I remember when we got that house,
you were
I
so
thought,
excited
I'm gonna
about
have me a shop. And I wasn't ready to have a shop. I didn't have time to have a shop either. I was very busy in my work then. And that shop became a place to just put stuff. Yeah. There was barely enough room to work in there. We tried to have a gym in there. We tried to have all of our hobbies had in a different area in there. Now, that we have went more minimalist, and we've done
Yeah.
without that stuff. Got a new shop in our new building now, and I'm ready and excited
To have it like all organized.
yeah, and to take care of it, and now I know
That's
how to
cool.
take care of it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. What
There's
about
nothing
you?
really I could think about that I really missed. I mean,
it makes it simpler.
it makes it a lot more simpler. I feel better waking up knowing I don't have as much clutter in my life. I just like it. I don't miss anything.
You missed
really.
the hairdryer for a while.
Oh, on
right?
the trail, yeah, I did miss having a hairdryer.
Did you? And you didn't really. You had
Oh, I
one
didn't have one in the camper either. Yeah. So maybe
She
a
got one for
hairdryer.
Christmas,
I got
so.
one for Christmas. So, oh, let's see what else.
Okay.
How is the coffee and snow business going? So yes, we opened up the coffee shop in the snow cone place. It's going great. People are really liking the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a lot of repeat customers, so that's good. I feel like
Yeah.
it's going really great. We love to get up every morning and come in here.
Absolutely, and we totally enjoy the interaction and stuff.
Yes.
I think this one here kind of goes along with it. We can
Oh yeah.
talk about that. Like, what kind of money did we spend to do this? I think that's a big question, because everybody's trailer could be
Definitely.
so different. And we have the coffee, we have the snow cones. I would, if I was just going to put a number out there though and say
Around
Hey.
you've thought it cost about
$25,000, I think is what it would cost someone to say, hey, I'm open for business. Machines are expensive. They really are. We tried to be as frugal
Yeah.
as we could be, because I told someone else the other number, it could easily be 50. I mean,
Yeah.
it could go
You
up
could
that
go,
much.
Yeah, you could get crazy.
Up to
and do some
up to 100,
crazy
depending on
expensive
your coffee equipment.
Yeah, you really
you
could.
know. So, but I think
And permits, we had to get our health permit. It was $250.
yep, you got to
So
be
there's
you
that.
got to you get a health inspector, and then you got to get a sales tax permit.
Yep.
And there again, that's pretty vague, I guess, because that's in Oklahoma, that's in our county,
Yeah, it could be
that's in
different
our
anywhere.
city. There was no city permits required.
Right.
We work off of private property, and so don't take all that stuff like to heart, like you
Yeah.
said this, because
You need
it's
to
going to
check
be
your
different.
area for
It's
sure,
definitely
yeah.
going to be different for every area.
Yeah.
But that's what we had to get.
Yep. Another question was, when do you sleep? When will you be homeschooling and working on your building with the coffee shop being open 12 hours a day? So,
It's my favorite question.
we do sleep. The boys are really good, like you said before, that about doing their work themselves. If they have questions, obviously we're just right here in the coffee shop, so they can come over and we can answer any questions. It doesn't take them very long to get their schoolwork done. It's only about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, sometimes less.
Sometimes maybe 4 at the most.
And that's
But,
what's so great about it, though. And then
is, yeah.
they're digging into that self-educating
Yeah.
all day long. If I come up with something, I'm
Yeah.
like, hey.
You can do this.
Yeah.
We're always thinking of things for them to do in here.
So when do we sleep? I like to start this off with tell everybody, if you're passionate about it, because this is a question that people often ask us. They're like,
Yeah.
we kind of went from, we were really busy, to where we said, we don't like the busy life. But when you're doing your own thing, when you're running your own business, and we're still doing tiny house blueprints, we're doing this coffee shop, we've bought a commercial building, we're going to be building a house in there. Casey and I love busy work.
Yes.
And when you're passionate about something, you will exchange
the
your
time.
passion for your sleep.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that we're being unhealthy by any means. We're
Right.
still getting our sleep, still getting our rest. But 5 hours of sleep. Let's say I get 5 or 6 hours. Let's say 6 hours.
6
is what we
hours
like
is
to
plenty
get.
good,
6
yeah.
hours. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We had to make a cup of coffee. But where was we?
6 hours of sleep.
6 hours of sleep. We get 6 hours of sleep. We got 18 hours for our day. 12 of it we are dedicating to this shop, and that leaves us with 6 other hours, to spend with each other as a
Yes.
family, have our little downtime, and work on all our projects and stuff.
Yeah.
So everything, is just about
Balance.
time management.
Yeah, time management. And obviously, while we're here, we can multitask. I
Definitely.
can work the coffee shop. Matt can be over there building. Our boys can come over here.
Or
we
vice versa,
can go
yeah.
over there, vice versa. So, as you've seen in our other video, if you watched our previous video, it's just right out back from the building. Our shop is. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think it's going to be great. And we're going to have enough time to do all the things, right?
Definitely.
Okay. So, one other question is, are you going to travel some more? If so, how will you travel? We are going to travel some more. Most definitely plan to do that.
Yes.
We did sell our camper, so we no longer have that. We still have our van.
Mhm.
We love our van. Since being off the trail,
It kind of ties in with the trail.
Yeah, how tent camping was so easy, and
we just love it.
We love it. So when we go travel for 4 weeks at a time,
we did 2 years in the camper, 100 days in our tent, and now it's kind of like, well, let's just try and travel for a while and just use the van and tent, get a cabin, every couple weeks. Yeah. Just kind of figure it out, as we go. But
plus, we'll have this as our home base to come back to, so we're really excited about trying that approach to traveling, So, pretty cool. I'm excited.
Yes, we are very excited.
Yeah.
About traveling again, for sure.
What else? I think that's about it. If you guys have any other questions, put them in the comments. Let us know. We'll try to do another one of these later on.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's great. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching our YouTube channel, for following us on Facebook and Instagram. And we're always up for answering questions. So I guess, comment below. Tell us what else you're thinking, what else you'd like to visit about.
Yeah.
And we will try to keep it up and try to stay on top of this.
On top of the videos. That's one of our goals for this year, is to do a video once a week. So we can keep you guys updated on the build inside the shop and how everything's going at the coffee place.
Our crazy life,
Our adventures.
All right, see you guys. Thanks for watching.